Hello students, good morning to all of you. Let's start second part of the lesson Women's Education of class second year. Compassion, Daya is the quality which is more characteristics of women than of men. I read recently a book which speaks about the decline of womanhood and says that this is so because there is a decline in compassion. In other words, the natural quality of woman is compassion. If you do not have compassion, you are not human. It is therefore essential for every human being to develop the quality of considerateness, sahbhagita, dayaluta, kindness, and compassion. Without these qualities, we are only human animals, nar pasu, not more than that. Here, S. Radhakrishnan is suggesting about the greatest quality of woman, that is compassion, means daya. This is the more characteristics of woman, and he is also proving that he had recently read a book which speaks about the decline of womanhood. And it is so because there is a decline in the womanhood due to decline in compassion, because everyone considered that natural quality of woman is compassion. As you have seen that your mother shows a lot of love and affection towards you. It doesn't matter that how you are, but she always care about you. Same thing happen with all human women which are relation with you. So he is also suggesting that if we don't have these qualities, then we are not human beings. We are only a strange variety which is known as nar pasu, human animal. Next, there is a famous verse which tells us sansara visavrichya. In this imperfect world, sansar, there are two fruits of inimitable quality. They are the study of great classics and communion with great minds. These two are the great things which mold men's minds and hearts. I am anxious that our great classics should be studied. The classics of all countries of which we are the inheritors. It is in a small dialogue in an Upanishad that a question is put: what constitutes the essence of good life? The teacher replies, did not you hear the answer? There was a thunderclap, da da da. Immediately the teacher explained that these were the essence of good life: Dhamma, Dan, Daya. They constitute the essential of the good life, which must have Dhamma or self-control, restraint, which is the mark of a human being. In the Ramayana, when Lakshman sets out for the forest, his mother tells him, look upon Rama as your father. Dasratha, look upon Sita as myself as your mother. Look upon the forest as Ayodhya. Go, my dear. So, we have seen that the author is very reluctant that the great classics of the country should be studied because they are very inspirative for everyone. They give inspirations to mold our conduct and behaviors so that we can become a good citizen and a real human which will help to his companion and other countrymen. He is also saying that sansara visavrichya, there are only two fruits which are given to us. One is great classics and other is communion with great minds. We should converse with people who are really successful, because after conversing them we can get the idea which can make ourselves us also great. And other things is to read our great classics which will mold our characters. And he is also giving the essence of good life, which is always asking a question in board exams: what constitutes the essence of good life? And the answer will be Dhamma, Dan, Daya, self-control, list, charity and compassion. These things are the most important characteristics of human being. And examples are also given from the Ramayana that when Lakshmana set out for forest with his brother and his wife Sita, his mother suggested him that he should consider his big brother and his wife as his parents and forest as his country Ayodhya. Next, there are ever so many thrilling stories in our classics which will instill into us great moral strength, which will lay down for us the lines on which we have to conduct ourselves. Here are beautiful classics given by our inheritors. We should read them and take inspiration from that. The lines were: give us good women, we will have a great civilization. Give us good mothers, we will have a great nations. So it is clear that if we have good women, then our civilization will also be great, and due to good mothers, our nation will be great. When you talk about education, you have several aims in view. When we talk about education, there are different views. Give the people, those who are taught, knowledge of the world in which they live. Science, history and geography enable you to get that knowledge. You also train the people to acquire some technical skill by which they can earn a livelihood. These are still accepted the world over as the objects of education: knowledge of the world in which you live and technical skill by which you can earn a livelihood. But what is their specific? विशेष क्या है about the kind of education imparted in the institutions of our country? We have heard that the chief purpose of education is not merely the acquiring of skill or information, but the initiation into a higher life, initiation into a world which transcends the world of space and time, though the latter informs and animates the former. That has been the main purpose of education. For some centuries we neglected our women folk. Our tradition, however, has been somewhat different. Here author is saying that for centuries we are neglecting our women folk, but it was not good for us. We should respect them and give them opportunities in every field so that they can make their future and make our country great, and society also will be great after the development of their situation. And the main topic, the main aim which were taken for education should not be only earning livelihood. The main purpose of education is to initiate into a higher life, not in a only to earn livelihood. केवल पैसे कमाना ही पढ़ाई का उद्देश्य नहीं होना चाहिए. सर्वपल्ली राधाकृष्णन कहते हैं कि जो पढ़ाई है उसका उद्देश्य होना चाहिए कि हम एक उच्च जीवन की ओर अग्रसर हो सकें, हमारा जीवन आगे बढ़ सके, हम जीवन के अच्छे पथ पर अग्रसर हों और हम सोसाइटी में एक विशेष पहचान बना सकें. ऐसा उद्देश्य इस एजुकेशन का होना चाहिए. पुराकल्पेषु नारीणां मंदिरा वंदना निश्चिता अध्यापनांसा वेदानां गायत्री वकानां. तथा कहा जाता है कि इन एंशियंट टाइम्स there was no foundation for any lady or woman in any field. They can enter any type of temple, they can read Vedas, they can study or entitled Gayatri Mantra. They are free, but nowadays in our society there are foundation for women, and that is the decline of civilization. This marks that there is a decline in the society's development. So we should take the level of those women high and give them opportunities in those fields where they are neglected. In ancient times, our women had the ceremony of Upnayan performed for them. They were entitled to a study of the Vedas. They were also entitled to the chanting of Gayatri Japa. All these things were open to our women, but our civilization became arrested, and one of the main signs of the decay of our civilization is the subjection of women. After independence, through the exertion of Mahatma Gandhi and revolution has affected our country, and women are coming into their own. Here it is saying that before some centuries, what happened? Our women were subjected, and when it was Vedic age, there were all types of freedom for women. They had ceremony of Upnayan. They are not forced to any type of worship. They were entitled to chant Gayatri Japa and to read Vedas. But when our civilization get arrested, it was ruled by different types of rulers which made our women as their servant. They behaved, they treated them as servant, and that resulted that our civilization also decays, and by the subjection of women there was no development in any field. But after independence, a lot of persons like Raja Ram Mohan Rai, Mahatma Gandhi and many other fought for women's rights, and they gave them their position and place in the society. So we should also follow them and give the women true place which will required for the woman by the woman in any type of field. It is our duty to provide them all types of facilities which were available for men's or any type of human beings. So students, you have read this chapter women's education. In next day I will send you question answer and explanation related to this chapter. If you are facing any problem, then you can contact me personally. Thank you बच्चों.